Hey YouTube! Today we're going to test Lumpy's knowledge of being a 90s kid and see if he can recognize these cartoons from 1997. Let it begin. After I turn the volume up.
Welcome to the review.
This one is obviously Mommy's Alive.
1997, with 10 short-lived cartoons
oh my God.
that didn't quite make it past the first season.
I don't know this one.
Some of these were great.
Ghostbusters.
Some of these were
That's
horrible.
Ghostbusters. Okay.
Some of these you may not even remember. Leave a comment below with which one of these you remember and which one.
I forgot. I don't even know this one.
Number 10, The Adventures of Sam and Max.
Do I even know this one? Oh no! This is where the game comes from. Or does the game come? Does this come from the game? I only know the game. I only know the game. It started as a comic? Wow.
Based on Steve Purcell's favorite comic series, The Adventures of Sam and Max, freelance police followed the bizarre exploits of a dog and a hyper-violent rabbit who somehow worked as law enforcement. As freelance police, Sam and Max took their assignments from a mysterious commissioner they never actually met.
10-4, affirmative. Roger, Miller, gotcha, check. We're on it.
President Commissioner?
Not exactly.
Which was pretty fitting for a show where nothing ever made sense. Their cases sent them to far-off and strange locations, but the duo rarely stayed focused. In between missions, they found time for Bigfoot hunting, time travel, paranormal nonsense, and surreal detours that often had little to do with the job at hand. The humor was fast, absurd, and way smarter than most Saturday morning cartoons at the time.
Now there's something you don't see every day.
That's exactly why I quit my summer job at the petting zoo.
The series premiered on October 4th, 1997, airing on Fox Kids in the US and YTV in Canada. Despite lasting just 13 episodes, the show managed to win a 1998 Gemini Award for Best Animated Series, proving that
it is pretty good anime for
got what
1997.
kids networks didn't. Even with strong reviews and industry recognition, Sam and Max was canceled after a single season. Today it's remembered fondly by fans and is widely regarded as underrated, ahead of its time, and maybe just a little too weird for its own good. The entire series is currently streaming free on Tubi. Number 9, Channel Umpty 3.
Never even heard of this. Never even heard of this at all.
Channel Umpty 3 followed the globe-trotting misadventures of Ogden Ostrich, Holy Moly, and Sheldon Escargot, who traveled the world in a van that secretly housed their own underground pirate television station, broadcasting from wherever they could park. The trio used their show to highlight the so-called wonders of life, often in the strangest ways possible.
Homework's not completed, or you didn't do your best, or they find out that you cheated on a mathematics test.
Standing in their way were the Frumps, a group constantly trying to shut the station down or expand their own power. Unsurprisingly, every scheme they came up with blew up in their faces, usually thanks to their own incompetence. One of the show's most unique traits was its heavy use of stock footage, which it blended with animation for comedic effect. Episodes also slipped in plenty of references to well-known films and TV shows, giving the series an oddly clever media-savvy edge. Created by Jim George and produced by legendary TV figure Norman Lear, Channel Umpty 3 was designed to encourage kids to appreciate life's oddities while keeping things loose, goofy, and unpredictable. The series aired on Saturday mornings as part of the Kids WB and ran for one season
early
of
Kids
13
WB.
episodes. While it never made a huge splash, those who remember it tend to describe it as
really? I didn't even see it on Adult Swim.
And unlike anything else on the block. Number 8, Extreme Dinosaurs. Extreme Dinosaurs
yes, I saw this one.
As the Dino Vengers,
yeah.
Street Sharks before spinning off into their own series.
Street Sharks was their series.
Altered to dino sizes.
Yep. Because I started watching Street Sharks, then I saw these guys. And then they
Based
got
on
their
the
own show.
1996 Mattel toy line, the show followed
Yep.
a group of dinosaurs transformed into muscle-bound super warriors by an interdimensional alien criminal. Instead of serving their creator, the dinos rebel and dedicate themselves to protecting Earth, battling another mutated group known as the Evil Raptors.
You must
Yep.
obey me. You're my creations.
Wanna try and make us?
Yeah.
You're right. Next batch.
The Raptors' master plan caused global warming by raising Earth's temperature to make the planet more comfortable for themselves,
Yep.
with zero concern for what happens to humanity.
They already ruined the cable access station.
The series debuted in syndication on September 1st, 1997, as part of the Bobot Kids Network and ran for just one season. From the over-the-top designs to the extreme attitude, it was clear this cartoon was built first and foremost as a merchandising machine,
Yep.
and Bobot fully leaned into it. By August of 1997, the company had signed licensing deals.
I remember
with over
everyone,
22
like all the
companies,
boys in school had one of
including
these.
Mattel toys, Hallmark cards, Fruit of the Loom underwear, and multiple clothing brands. If you couldn't watch Extreme Dinosaurs, you could at least wear it. While critics weren't impressed, the show is remembered today as a loud, ridiculous time capsule of the era. When dinosaurs were jacked, everything was extreme, and Saturday morning cartoons were basically toy commercials with theme songs. Number 7, Extreme
And
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters. Yes, I do know this one. I do just know this one. I've been a Ghostbusters fan since the original film.
Several years after the real Ghostbusters ended, supernatural activity has practically vanished, and without ghosts to bust, the Ghostbusters have gone out of business. The team has drifted apart, leaving Egon as the lone holdout, still living in the firehouse, monitoring the containment unit, taking care of Slimer, and teaching a paranormal studies course at a local college. When ghosts suddenly start returning, Egon realizes he can't handle it alone and recruits 4 of his students to become the new Ghostbusters. Kylie Griffin, a gothic genius with a sharp mind.
The average student just isn't enlightened enough to be interested in the paranormal.
Eduardo Rivera, a hot-headed everyman.
The name's Eduardo.
Garrett Miller, a wisecracking wheelchair athlete.
I got a surefire method for picking locks.
And Roland Jackson, a former football player with a calm, scientific approach.
I don't really follow rap music much.
Returning favorites Janine and Slimer also rejoined the
Yes,
action,
yep.
helping bridge the gap between the old team and the
The new team,
generation.
yep.
The voice cast was stacked, featuring Tara Strong, Billy West,
Yep.
Jason Marsden, and Alfonso Ribeiro, giving the show plenty of personality. Extreme Ghostbusters aired in 1997 on the syndicated Bobot's Kids Network Extreme Block, running for 40 episodes across a single season.
That's
like
true.
many 90s cartoons, it came packed with
Oh yeah,
merchandise,
it had his own toys.
including Treadmasters action figures and 3 video games. But what really set it apart was its tone. The show deliberately aimed at a slightly older audience, pushing darker stories,
Yeah.
scarier ghosts, and genuine...
Okay, and I'm gonna say that's pretty damn smart. Okay, because this is 1997. Even people born in the year that the original Ghostbusters film launched would be at least like 10 or something like that. If they were born before that, even and enjoyed the film, they're even older. I think around this time, let's see, 1997. Well, I always get my birthday's always in the half of the year. Yeah, and you can tell by the animation that the same team that did this did Men in Black, because the animation is pretty close to each other. Okay, there's some tweaks here and there, obviously, but if you looked at them side by side, you're like, oh damn, that's pretty. Some of them scenes are drawn the same way.
creepy imagery that tested the limits of kid-friendly horror. Today, Extreme Ghostbusters is widely remembered as an underrated gem.
Yes.
A surprisingly mature, atmospheric sequel that proved the franchise could grow up without losing what made it great. Number 6, The Legend of Calamity Jane.
I did not know this one. I don't know this one.
The Legend of Calamity Jane follows the adventures of a heavily fictionalized Calamity Jane in Deadwood, South Dakota, reimagined as a whip-cracking, gun-slinging frontier hero years ahead of her time. Jane flat out refuses to play by the rules of the Old West. She openly defies the restrictive female roles of her era, tackling outlaws, conspiracies, and larger-than-life villains head-on, whether that means using her whip, her gun, or her sheer stubborn determination.
What in tarnation?
Tarnation?
I'm Calamity Jane.
I did not know this one
Up as her
at all.
partner Joe Presto, with occasional assistance from her legendary friend Wild Bill Hickok, giving Jane more than enough firepower and wit to take on anyone who crosses her path.
Wild Bill Hickok. You're the lowest, side-windingest, crooked, shooting, dirty varmint to crawl out of a hole and look up at the light.
The series debuted on September 13th, 1997, as part of Kids WB, but its run was brutally short-lived. After
hence
airing
why.
just 3 of its planned 13 episodes, the show was abruptly pulled from the schedule.
Really?
And replaced
Damn.
by Superman the Animated Series.
Oh.
A tough competitor for any cartoon to
Yeah.
survive.
Yeah. Oh, man. Okay. Well, I mean, seeing how basically Superman, Batman, they launched the Justice League, the Justice League series, or basically they launched the Justice League series, and that went on for a while too, and then it went to Justice League Unlimited. Yeah, I mean, like, that is a hard. I mean, to fall to that though, that's, you gotta take some pride, because that's, who knows, that may have been the only thing that could have took you
The
out.
remaining episodes were essentially lost to time,
Oh
turning
shit.
Calamity Jane into a forgotten 90s curiosity. That all changed in 2022.
Interesting.
When Comics.tv launched a Kickstarter campaign.
Oh, you can buy
to
the
finally
DVD?
Release the complete series on DVD, and the campaign succeeded.
Yes.
The full series was officially released in September 2023, giving this forgotten kids WB casualty a second chance to find the audience it never got back in 1997. Number 5, Mummies Alive.
Yes. I know Mommy's Alive. I think the main reason I knew Mommy's Alive, I think it came around because I was still in the Power Rangers at the time. I think it came on like right before Power Rangers or right after for me. I don't remember.
Immortality. For his crime, Scarab is entombed alive.
And this is before the time of what I just did. There was no pausing. When you watch TV, if you missed a second, you missed that cartoon until you missed that until it came on. What's the word? Rerun. Thank you. Yeah, you missed it until it came back on rerun. There was no goddamn no pausing to go to the bathroom or nothing like that. You missed a second. You listened to that commercial because the minute you hear, and we now return. We now return to, so, oh my god. And then you run into the couch because you don't want to miss a goddamn second.
But that's not the end of the story. Thousands of years later, Scarab awakens in the modern world and resumes his dark mission. Track down the reincarnation of Prince Rapsis, now a regular kid named Presley, and steal his soul to finally gain eternal life.
How long I have waited.
Standing in Scarab's way are Rapsis' ancient protectors,
With the strength of Ra!
Jakal, Wrath, Armon, and Nefertina, along with Rapsis' loyal cat. Awakened from the dead, these guardians channel the power of Ra, transforming into superpowered warriors, sworn to protect Presley at all costs. Each mummy draws strength from an Egyptian god. Jakal channels the spirit of a falcon.
Yep.
Wrath wields the power of a snake. Armand draws from a ram. And Nefertina embodies the spirit of a cat. The series premiered in syndication on September 15th, 1997, and ran for one season, totaling 42 episodes, airing daily in many markets, usually right before school, which is exactly where most kids remember watching it.
Yep.
Naturally, the show came with a full toy line of action figures and vehicles, and a second season was planned, but those plans were scrapped due to poor ratings.
Rip.
Critics at the time were brutal, dismissing the series as a cheap Gargoyles knockoff. But fans who actually watched it remember Mummies Alive fondly.
Yeah, it was a pretty decent series.
Serialized storytelling, and surprisingly dark tone for a kid's cartoon. For many 90s
but not like
kids,
super dark.
This was must-watch TV before the bus showed up. Number 4, Nightmare Ned.
Wait. No, I don't remember this one. No, I don't remember this one.
Nightmare Ned follows Ned Needlemeyer, an anxious 8-year-old who copes with everyday childhood problems, school, bullies, embarrassment, by processing them through dark, surreal nightmares. Produced by Disney and developed alongside a computer game of the same name, the series was a massive tonal departure from what audiences expected from the studio at the time. Instead of cheerful musical numbers, viewers got twisted dream logic, exaggerated fears, and imagery that felt closer to Tim Burton by way of Nickelodeon. The voice cast featured some instantly recognizable names, including Brad Garrett and Victoria Jackson, adding personality to the show's strange dream world.
Good night, Ned.
Sweet dreams, honey.
Premiering on April 19th, 1997, the series aired on ABC and was met with mixed reactions. Some critics praised it as offbeat and colorful, while others labeled it dark and disturbing, which honestly kind of sold the point. Nightmare Ned lasted just one season of 12 episodes. Discussions for a second season did happen, but the show ran into too many roadblocks, including budget overruns and creative disagreements between the producer and director. After its initial broadcast, the series never aired again and was never officially re-released, earning it a reputation as a lost relic of 90s animation, often described as a great oddity in Disney's television history. If you saw it as a kid, you probably remember it vividly. And if you didn't, it's the kind of show that makes you say, Disney made that? Number 3, Spicy City.
Spicy City. No, I will remember that intro. No, I don't remember that one.
Spicy City is an adult animated anthology set in a sleazy, neon-soaked, futuristic city.
No way.
Where every episode tells a new story, packed with sex, violence, dark humor, and sci-fi.
This had to be like on HBO or Showtime or something.
Sultry guide is Raven, a nightclub hostess and classic femme fatale, who introduces each twisted tale.
He's been dreaming of me. Could have been a contender if he'd only had the guts.
Some stories are grim and brutal. Others are playful or absurd. But all of them live up to the title.
Oh my God, it's a feature gamer.
Risque and unapologetically adult.
Yeah, something you see on it. He has to be on like HBO.
For HBO, Spicy City was one of 2 adult animated series to debut on the network in 1997. The other being Spawn. At the time, HBO was actively exploring adult animation.
That pissed me so much off about Spawn, because I had seen the movie. And I was like, damn. And people say that movie wasn't the greatest, which I still lie. I still say for the time, that had the best animation for Spawn's cape. I'm just saying. Okay? Like damn. Okay? Yeah, like this had to be HBO. And hence why I didn't see it, because we did not have HBO. Well, shit, we still don't have HBO. Even now. Okay?
Around Trey Parker and Matt Stone's animated short Jesus vs. Santa, which would soon evolve into
South Park.
That interest led HBO straight to Bakshi. The series premiered July 11th, 1997 at midnight, beating South Park to television by over a month, and officially becoming the first adults-only animated series to air on TV. Reception was mixed.
American TV. Let's be real about that one.
With some praising its bold visuals and mature storytelling, while others found it uneven or too sleazy for its own good. A second season was planned, but behind-the-scenes conflict derailed it. Bakshi and HBO couldn't agree on the show's future direction, which reportedly included firing the entire writing staff.
What?
As a result, Spicy City burned bright and fast, ending after just 6 episodes. But its place in animation history is secure, as a groundbreaker that proved adult cartoons had a future on television. Number 2, Vampires.
So check your fear and get in gear.
No. Nope, never saw this. Never ever saw this.
Vampires centers on a group of human teenagers who defend the world from evil anthropomorphic junkyard vans and vehicles, known as Vampires, by transforming into robotic car-shaped warriors called
I don't know.
Yeah, for real.
The show was okay, I'm feeling like this is like a ripoff of like Transformers and Transformers, Power Rangers, but I know I didn't see it. Okay, I'm just going by what I'm seeing now. Okay, I could be wrong, and we haven't heard a different version of this, but oh my god. Oh, okay, if it's the same studio that did Beast Wars and Reboot, if it's the same, oh my god, no wonder.
Live-action performances, early extremely rough CGI, and visuals that often felt
but so was
less
Reboot
like
and fucking Beast Wars.
More like an extended late-night fever dream.
All I know is I got me a car and I got me some gas. Now everyone else just kiss mine.
At times, it looked like Power Rangers collided head-on with a low-budget computer animation demo. Lost. Vampires debuted in first-run syndication on September 14th of '97.
Never feeling Power Rangers
across
vibes.
UPN, the WB, and Fox affiliates, and lasted just 13 episodes.
Oh, okay.
Reception was mixed at best. Some viewers
Van, as in vampires, with like vampires and vampires.
Most critics and audiences slammed it for its poor production quality, confusing mythology, and barely coherent story arcs. The series was reportedly renewed for a second season, and there were even rumors of a full-length feature film.
Oh no, no, I don't think that. No.
The engine stalled, the motivators never returned, and
is that fucking Sweet
Tooth? As quickly as it appeared. Today, it stands as a
dude. That's the same villain from Reboot.
Example of late '90s TV excess. A show so strange
you just put some silver on him.
Forgot it ever existed. Number 1, The New Adventures of Zorro.
Okay, I think I've seen this one. Yes, yeah, I've seen this one. The whole series is on YouTube. Wow.
The New Adventures of Zorro. Wow. The third animated television series.
You heard that YouTube video? You can find vampires
this time,
on YouTube.
Took a very sharp left turn. Instead of classic swashbuckling adventure, the series injected science fiction and fantasy into the Zorro mythos. Our hero now battled supervillains armed with steampunk technology, magical weapons, and bizarre sci-fi gadgets. To keep up, Zorro wielded his own advanced gear designed by his mute manservant Bernardo, and even received mystical assistance from a Native American wise woman named Grey Owl. Produced by animation legend Fred Wolf, the series debuted in
why animation looks pretty damn decent.
On September 20th, 1997. While ambitious, the execution didn't land with longtime fans. Reviews were mixed to largely unfavorable, with many criticizing the show for straying too far from Zorro's grounded roots, especially the sci-fi angle, which felt wildly out of place for the character. Despite running for 2 seasons and 26 episodes, The New Adventures of Zorro failed to leave a lasting impression. Today, it's mostly remembered as a weird experiment, a bold but misguided attempt to modernize a classic hero that ultimately left the series forgotten by most who saw it. As always, thanks for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe for more videos just like this.
All right, I mean, some of them were just weird. Okay, the vampire one, the vampires, Van, as in VAN, pyres, was just, that was too far. That was too far. Well, for anyone still watching this video, thank you for watching. And you would so kindly hit that like, subscribe, and if you want to comment on something that you've seen today, that if you saw it and I didn't see it, that's great. You could give your love for it in the comments, please. Alright, I will see you next time. Bye.